One of the things I like to do is to do an image so that the viewer can actually project themselves into the image and into the action where they're drawn into it, that recalls all those memories, all the fondnesses of that event and what went on, so that they can relive that. And so whether they're on the couch or in a museum, so they can really relive and revisit that moment.
Well, like the Joe Namath picture.
Yeah.
I remember pretending I was Joe Namath when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember him winning that Super Bowl, where I was,
Oh, man.
what I was doing, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what it brings out in me is
Yeah.
you can remember when you were a kid pretending to be that person.
Johnny Unitas or
Yeah.
Joe Namath,
yeah.
whoever that is,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, I tend to be kind of a research person, and so I get into the event that I'm working on at the time so that I learn about it and know what went on, and that becomes my favorite for a minute anyway. But looking back over it, it's really interesting how you'll go back and you have all these little flickers of memories of what happened when I was working on that piece, but it's hard to pick a favorite because we've been fortunate enough to do over 100+ different original serigraph print images, aside from all the drawings and the paintings, but just the print edition. So we've put out a lot. It's hard to pick a favorite out of all that group though. Very often I will look back and think of the play and all that went into it, what went into it, because I like to epitomize that event and try to look at what happened and then illuminate the highs of that and put that in a drawing where I sort of encapsulate what went on in that game to give the dynamic. I've had folks come up to me after they've looked at an image for 6 months or something and say, you know, I just saw something brand new in that piece yesterday. I heard somebody say one time, the real key to being masterful is to control the mind of the viewer. And so you draw them in, invite them in to experience it and be part of it. And that's real gratifying for me for folks to say that.